I know, right? All that noise in the background. And then just go ahead and pop some popcorn. And I'm trying something new I'm about to share with y'all in a minute. Well, of course, the popcorn popping, that's not new. But it's in regards to eating, good food. All you foodies out there, I've been watching y'all, and I just love how y'all prepare your meals. 1 second, let me stop it. Burning smell going. So just take your time, cut a popcorn. Don't overdo it. And then do the butter and salt later in a minute. But look at this. Look, I found something new. And so, just keeping yourself busy doing something new, different. Look at this. And so I've been looking through it and everything, and I just absolutely love it because some of these recipes, I just love it because they add more of different spices and meats. And I've already done cabbage rolls, stuffed peppers. It just goes on here. As far as here, let me talk about this because I've been looking at it and thinking about how to do it, but with real, meat, poultry. Okay, so this, you've been fixing this all your life, chicken parmesan, but they turn it into a casserole, and so I'm gonna have to put it in the description for y'all, some of these, but I don't know if you can even see that it's spaghetti squash is what they're using, and shredded, and then they have a large egg, a teaspoon of Italian seasoning, a teaspoon of salt. Of course, you have to have marinara sauce to go with the chicken parmesan. I'm going to see what cheese they use because you can use provolone, Swiss. It's got garlic infused olive oil, boneless, skinless chicken breast, and then of course the toppings, they're using coconut flour, almond flour, salt, Italian seasoning, melted ghee, and that's the chicken parmesan casserole. And so as far as I have to reread this again. I am not seeing what is the imitation cheese. And so here they're saying that, of course, top it with your Parmesan cheese. So there you have it. So this is how they're doing it. And then it says not just with the squash, y'all, because you keep reading. It's spaghetti is the squash cooked and shredded into, noodles. So that's what this is about. It's you're not going to be using so much of the boxed, spaghetti, fettuccine, linguine, whatever those noodles that you're buying off the shelf in the store that has probably been sitting there for 2 years. So this is all fresh, and I'm really loving this one. I've been looking at it, and I'm going to even surprise even myself and make this. All right, so let's keep going. And I just love the pictures, how they, look what they put together here. Turn that off. Look at this. Doesn't that look delicious? All right, and so this one is bourbon chicken. As a matter of fact, let me put next to. See right there? Bourbon chicken. And so it gives 4 to 6 servings, and then it says garlic infused olive oil again. Is what they're using. I mean, I have tons of different kinds of olive oils that I have used, mainly the Pompeian. So, boneless, skinless chicken again, teaspoon of salt, a teaspoon of ground black pepper, apple juice, ketchup, the Paleo store-bought Primal Kitchen. So I'm not sure if that's at a special, Italian store or something. So you just have to find that. And so anywho, coconut water, a quarter cup of water, 120 mLs, ground ginger and arrowroot powder, and of course the bourbon. And it's telling you all what to do is heat the olive oil in there. But see what I found, they said that you don't want to get your olive oil so hot that, to the point it does something to it. Like it gives it like a different flavor taste. So I don't like to overheat the olive oil too much. Okay, let me turn this back on and tell y'all. So combining the chicken, salt, and pepper in the olive oil, stirring frequently, and you want it fully cooked now. I've never heard of half cooked poultry chicken. Okay, and then add in the spices, sauces, ketchup, apple juice, coconut, ginger, cook for 10 minutes. And this will be poured over rice, and I prefer the jasmine rice, Texmata rice, and the Mahatma. When you start getting into off-brands, I'm not sure if it's real rice. If you want to find out, I found out the tip is to put your rice in a skillet, heat it up, and just start popping, like popcorn there. That's real rice. The glue, it'll just stick to the skillet, they said, and it's just glue, and that's just disgusting. I'll hear about one more, because I'm going to get back on here and prepare some of these, mainly all of them for you. Let me find one that I know that I'm going to prepare. Carrot ginger soup. If you ever want a pick-me-up, that sounds like that'll do it. If you're feeling exhausted or something, whatever, and you just need to feel raise your vibration. This carrot ginger soup sounds like a winner. All right, this is soup of the day, tartare. Let's go to something else because I don't think that I'll really be fixing soup. Okay, now back to the salads. They have a whole array of salads here. And so here's one. It's a ham and pineapple chicken salad. And that's absolutely easy to dice, chop together. Onions, ham, pineapple. Because pineapple goes with ham. Because, it says it helps kill the worms and parasites that's in pork. So get your 8-ounce sugar-free ham diced, 227 grams, 8 ounces. I don't know where you can find that. That's a pretty small ham, because I'm normally, anytime I go in the store, it's not that many small hams. So go ahead and just get the big one with the bone in it and cut it the way you want. A cup of mayo, homemade, Paleo store-bought. Okay. So, again, this is all back to Paleo. This is freshly made, nothing off the shelf. Okay, so garlic-infused olive oil again. Fresh pineapple, black pepper. This is so simple here, and chopped fresh chives. This, I have to say, got to be the most simplest ham and pineapple chicken salad I've ever seen. Love it. And so go ahead and put the ham and chicken together in a bowl, and obviously it's cooked, to the T there. And add the mayo, the spices, the olive oil, and chives to it. Mix it well, chill in the refrigerator, and this is great over a bib of lettuce or other greens. And I've seen how people will just cut the lettuce in half, like it's something new that they're doing now, y'all. And they will drizzle, all of the toppings all over the the lettuce that's cut, you know, like a piece of fruit or something. And they'll drizzle this ham and pineapple chicken salad and dressing all over it. And I just love that. That's different. Might as well go for one more. Because I just love this because this is something, you know, different that this is my first time hearing of it. And then here about the Alfredo, it said again that too as well. Make your own Alfredo sauce. Do not buy it off the store because they said that it's pure poison. It's not even a bit of Alfredo cheese, nothing in it. And that's disheartening, to think that because you used to eat real Alfredo sauce. Real Alfredo sauce, right? Not off the shelf anymore, so you have to go ahead and make your own. All right, so here's one more. This, I've never heard of it, and oh my God, my mouth is starting to water. Egg roll meatballs. Okay, look at this. Have you ever heard of that? No. And I've never heard of, I was watching a foodie, and she made Philly cheesesteak hot tamales. Oh my God, it looks so good. I was like, oh my God, I have never heard of that. They're making stuff, they're coming out the box. You do not have to just have bacon, eggs, and toast, okay? These people are not playing with you. They are fixing exquisite, tantalizing meals. Okay, and so, I'll go ahead and read this to y'all. I'll go ahead and wrap this up because this is something right here. Egg roll meatballs, look. All right, so go ahead and get a 14-ounce, 392 grams of coleslaw, chopped, divided, it said, and a cup of shredded carrots, and then pieces of ginger, grated, obviously you don't need a chunk of ginger, and diced onions and a teaspoon salt, and then coconut amino, okay, I have to find out what that is, and then toasted sesame oil, garlic powder, ground turkey or pork. Okay, and so all of these flavors goes in the egg roll and making bite-sized meatballs, and add the veggies to the meat helps build up the mixture, and the ginger and the sesame oil and the coconut aminos, add them all together, which is Asian inspired, of course, all of that is. And then preheat the oven to 400 and line the baking sheet with parchment paper and place the coleslaw mix, carrot, ginger, and onion in a food processor and blend for less than 1 minute or until the vegetables are, small size, Transfer the veggie mix into a large skillet over medium heat. Add the salt and amino acids, sesame oil, garlic powder, and cook for 5 minutes, until the veggies are tender but not overcooked. I can't tell you how many times when I have overcooked the zucchini, the cabbage, and it's just like, I don't even want it now. It's just like a soggy mess, mush. And so transfer the veggie mixture into the large skillet over medium heat and add the salt, coconut amino acids, sesame oil, garlic powder, and cook for 5 minutes. Okay. And so transfer for veggie mixture to a large bowl with the ground turkey and mix well. Roll into 24 1-inch 3-centimeter balls. All right, so go ahead and pull out your ruler, all your cooking utensils. Yes. Okay, because it's just nothing like having some when you're cooking it. Some are big, some are small, and some are like, oh, what happened there? So roll into 24 1-inch 3-centimeter balls, arrange in the prepared baking sheet, and bake them for 20 minutes. Serve with the remaining coleslaw mix and store leftovers. It don't sound like you're going to have any leftovers there. Not at all. So, okay, yeah. I just wanted to tell you about this because I've never heard of it, and it's just absolute, I think, incredible. So if you are interested, go for it. Yes. Paleo comfort food. Enjoy. All right. I'll see y'all in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Yes, because I have to keep my audience, coming up with some different things. But I do have to say that this isn't, my first time talking about pulling out recipes and trying something new. Because last summer I was doing Indian food the whole summer, y'all, and I'm telling you, I absolutely loved it. Love it, love it, love it. The Indian food is so delicious. I just love just the curry, everything. I love their sauces, the spices. I just love Indian food. It is right up there with my Mexican food. They are fighting. Yes. All right, so